Well, let's talk. Okay, let's talk about this, dude. I think this is. I think this is going to be really good, especially because of the context of our relationship. Because we were able to do this across ethnic, socioeconomic, denominational, theological distinctives.
Yep.
Cultural context. This relationship went over 17 fences to be what it is. So we're not even talking about two black brothers putting down their, guard to be vulnerable with each other, two white men putting down their guard, two Hispanic men. This is proof of concept across a bunch of lines. Right? Why has this been so difficult for people to do?
Lust requires your eyes to be open. Intimacy requires your eyes to be closed.
Holy cow! Dude.
But we've talked about this for.
Hush, man. Hey, dude. Lord have mercy. Please be a wheel and a fence around my mouth. So here's the thing about Preston. I call Preston the one line king because, to his point earlier, I'm the storyteller. So I see everything cinematically, vivid. And I had to I'm J.R.R. Tolkien, right? I'm about to be like, you're going to get 20 chapters on just the land of the Shire before I even introduce a hobbit. Do you know how lush this grass was? Let me describe the blades, right? Like that's how I see everything cinematically. And then Preston comes, like, as cinematic as I am is as succinct as Prez is. And so his ability to just take stuff and turn it into a sentence, but not just a sentence, the potency in that sentence literally takes my breath away. You complete me. Lust requires your eyes to be open. Intimacy requires your eyes to be closed.
If you want me to prove it, I'm on your pod. This is the basement. Everybody knows how this goes down. So I know this is not out of order.
I can put this Bible in the middle. That way we can both reach for it if we need to.
No, I'm going to say to Riley, bring me my backpack. Can we grab me my Bible? I'm going to do it. It's one of my favorite things to see you do, Nathan. Bring my backpack. Baby, give me my backpack. I just start laughing, going, here comes the sword. The head is under the guillotine.
Oh, my gosh.
But practically speaking, and I don't want to go too far with this, but just to prove it out, do most people, when I'm with my wife, does an orgasm happen with my eyes open or my eyes closed? Most of sex happens with my eyes open, but when I get to that moment, my eyes are closed. There's just something about intimacy demands that I get so lost in what is right here in front of me that everything else is dead to me. But with my eyes open, I'm distracted. The car's driving by. This is why we've talked about it for years. You want to be a church, an eyes open or eyes closed church?
Absolutely correct.
And there's nothing wrong with being eyes open.
Right. You know,
but I want to be an eyes closed.
Yeah.
If you want to have context for who we are, you're not going to be able to study us with your eyes open at a lunch table.
Hey, I'm grateful that you brought that up, because early on, as people started to see our relationship publicized, right. Like, it's one thing for us to be in love with each other and love our time, but then other people started noticing. But we have our eyes closed at that table.
Right.
And they have their eyes open in the observation. And like literally early on, we legitimately heard comments like, I need a black friend.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
oh yeah.
Like, oh man, I guess I need to get a black guy as a friend, and I guess that's the secret sauce of relationship. And it's like, you need to have your eyes closed to everything. If I'm going to connect to you heart to heart, I can't do that with my eyes open, because then you'll be just noticing the differences.
Yep.
Right. And so it is an intentional thing to close my eyes and listen to the heart of a man, and for him to close his eyes and listen to the heart of a man, and then for us to open our eyes and go, no matter what is different between us, I am in love with you. Now, dude, we get this, but like millions of people they can't get out of their own, dude, they act like they don't have eyelids.
Shut up.
They literally act
I can't close my eyes. My eyes are always open. I mean,
I'm woke. You ain't gonna catch me slipping. I am woke. And do you know what I've said to the woke community? Do you know that, because I'm a literalist, what is the natural outcome of staying woke? Sleep deprivation. And do you know what happens when you're sleep deprived? You start hallucinating. And you see stuff that's not even there. And the only thing I've seen the woke community do is wind up sleep deprived. And they start calling stuff that isn't
as though it were. And that is out of context right there.
Because I only know one person that has permission to speak things that are not as though they were. And it ain't the woke community. God's never slept or slumbered. He's never called himself woke.